everybody? Welcome to another Willie Barcena's drop-in, man. All right, look, I had a lot of guests, a lot of cool guests, but I never had this guy. This guy's he's very special to me, man. The best way I can describe this guy, and I think I've only told him this drunk. I don't think I've ever told him this sober, man. But he's like a dad I never had. He's like a big brother I never had. He's like an uncle I never had. He's like, everything, man, father, uncle, big brother, all roll into one. And comedian extraordinaire. Been around for a long, long time. A lot of people know him as Larry Omaha.
Hey, and you're like the younger brother I never had.
I'm like, really? I know you have brothers.
I do, but they're all older.
Oh, okay. All right, bro. But okay, I got to tell you, Fabian. So I met him this is way before I met your mom, bro. You know what I mean? I was a baby comic, and I was in my early mid 20s, right? Okay. So I want to do stand up, man. And I had done comedy, I think 4 times. And then somebody told me about this place in Baldwin Park. And it was called, do you remember the name of it?
I think Action.
No, it wasn't called. Oh, damn it, bro.
It was connected to the Hilton.
Yeah, it was connected to the Hilton, but it wasn't Action. No, because I forget the name of it, but it was in Baldwin Park. And it started with an S, bro. Dang it. But anyways, somebody told me, the guy who ran it told me, I ran into him at the Comedy Store where you could do two minutes as an open micer, right? 3 minutes. So I ran into a guy, and he said, hey, if you want, come to this club, you can do these two minutes there, And I said, all right, I'll go. And I was like, it's my first gig outside of the the Comedy Store for open mics.
Yeah.
So I was actually traveling, to Baldwin Park. and I'm like, oh man, this is cool. And so I go up there and I do 2 minutes, maybe 3. But when you're a young comedian, man, 3 minutes is a lifetime talking, because you do a joke, and then, maybe you tell your 10 jokes and you're like, oh shit, I still got another 2 minutes, Yeah. Like you stress, man. I remember just stressing out, and then I see they mention, okay, you're headliner. So a bunch of comedians, right? A bunch of guys that are starting out. Some guys have been around. I don't know. I think there was like 6 of us or 5, but the headliner was Larry Omaha. And they say, you guys, you ready for your headliner? And I'm sitting there, first time I get to see a headliner. And he does 45 minutes, man. Just boom, boom, delivering joke after joke. And I'm just watching and I'm like, Jesus Christ, he's up to 25 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm going 45. Like, I remember it was like, when you were around 40, man, I was like, man, this guy's a genius. How does he do it? And then he gets off stage, and so he did some Latino jokes, and there was no Latino comedians back then, bro. There was a handful, right?
Yeah.
You were one of the few guys, bro. There was Paul Rodriguez, and I think Lopez was starting the headline, right?
Right.
And Mencia was around.
Yeah.
Mencia was around, and I don't know if he started headlining yet, or he just had spots at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't remember.
But I remember you were already traveling, man. Cause so he gets on stage and shout. The place was shout.
Yeah,
Before it came to me. The place was shout. All right, I got it. So he gets on stage, and I remember going up to him, like you're a little puppy, right? And I was like, hey, I think you're very funny. My name's Willie, What's your name? And he's ignoring me, bro. He's acting like a dick, right? He's acting like get away from me. You bother me, kid. But I didn't know how the game worked, when you're a young comic, because I was really like cock blocking him, bro, because he wanted to talk to chicks. You don't want to talk to
So was this like right when he got off that you went?
Yeah,
up to him?
right when he got out, bro.
I was sitting somewhere in the corner and getting ready to work on some ladies, and then he comes over.
And I sit right next to him. What's up? What's going on? So I said, hey, man, I'm a comedian too. Did you see me? Right? And he goes, no. I go, what? You didn't see me? You know, I was trying to act like, hey, we're both comedians, you know? Both of us, well, it's a crazy life we live, huh? And I could tell he was bothered, but I wasn't bothered because I was just so happy to be next to a comedian that did 45 minutes, bro. And he killed. And then so I was like, hey, okay, this is where I said, hey, man, listen, I like what you do. I said, can you teach me? And he's like, well, I don't really have time, you know? I'm really busy, you know? And I'm like, oh, man. I said, I'll pay you. And he goes, man, I charge too much, you know?
Yeah,
and I go, well, how much do you charge? And he told me, you know, I think back then it was 25 or 50 bucks an hour.
Something like that.
Yeah, but it was a lot, you know, for me, especially, right? I was starving. And then, so we get to I meet him at his apartment. And I didn't even know this. I didn't know I did this, bro, because he reminds me. So what would I do, bro, when I used to go for my lessons? What was the first thing I would do?
I was living with this Puerto Rican, and she had a real nice apartment. I mean, really nice. And he'd walk in, and he'd say hi, and then he'd go straight to the kitchen and open the refrigerator looking for food.
I was starving, bro. Bro.
So was that like when you first met? You just went to his fridge?
Yeah.
No, I think I
The
just
second time.
probably the second time, bro. I felt like, all right, we're homies already. I go to the fridge, make a sandwich, bro. I had nothing in my fridge. I remember you go to my fridge, bro. You open it up, there was like that crooked tortilla, that crooked, that crooked corn one, and there's some mayo, man.
Yeah.
I remember because when you quit your job and you say and you go balls to the wall and you say, you know what, la verga, man, because bro, to be a comedian. And that's why I think the comedians out there that hang on to their jobs, I think they're kind of pussies, because they're afraid.
Yeah.
Afraid that, how am I going to make it? Don't worry, man. If you fucking love what you do, fucking fight through it. Yeah, you're going to be hungry. You might go to your friend's house and get in his fridge, but fuck it. Do what you got to do. I think that stuff makes you hungry.
Yes.
Because you quit a job. You left. You were an accountant.
No, I was a civil rights investigator.
Yeah.
I worked for the government.
You worked for bro.
I had a great job, my own office, everything. The boss loved me. Was sad when I left.
So why would you quit such a career that was so safe?
Yeah,
and
because I just wanted to do comedy, man. I just fell in love with the comedy, and I even quit law school. I was going to be a lawyer at one time.
Did you ever think like, what if when you left Omaha, Nebraska to come to?
I never thought negative.
No.
No.
You never thought, what if I don't make it?
No, I just said, we're going. I told my wife, pack up, sell everything. We got savings account, and let's go. And almost didn't make it to California because had an accident in Wyoming.
Oh, shit.
We all almost died.
Who, you did?
All of us almost. Came that close to being real bad. Some guy sideswiped me on the freeway in Wyoming. And I was pulling a little trailer.
Okay.
And my car's swerving, and all I'm thinking is I got my kids in the back, my wife, when we're going to crash.
Oh.
And luck was that the trailer came unhitched, so now I could control the car.
Damn.
And
wow, so you had it was a blessing in disguise that it came on.
Exactly.
Right? And you probably whatever happened to material things happens, but you guys were safe. Yeah. And like you were gonna say, what that didn't
stop me. It didn't stop me at all. And we just called the U-Haul that came and hooked it back up, and the cops chased the guy and arrested him. He was some drunk with no insurance. All right, I ain't worried about it. I'm alive. I'm going back. I'm going to California.
Okay, I know, and no knock on women, but I know that women enjoy safety nets. They're not for the studies that have been out there. By the way, ladies, I'm not picking on you. You could check studies out that men are more risk takers. Was your wife at the time saying, "Hey, maybe this is a sign that we should know"?
No, she was with me all the way.
Oh wow, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
She was excited about the journey because we lived in Nebraska.
Hey, nothing wrong with Nebraska, all right? Look at us. Hey, you know, bro, we might have gigs there, man. But you love Nebraska, dude. You always tell me your childhood
All I
stories.
love about it is the Cornhuskers.
All right. He's
What's the corner? What do you mean?
That's the college team from Lincoln, Nebraska. So you came down here, bro, and then what did you do? Did you working out the?
I knew one person in LA. I only knew one person, but he couldn't really help me because he was struggling.
Okay.
But first thing I did was find a place to live. So we checked into the Sherman Oaks Inn in Studio City. We lived in the hotel for 2 weeks. Nice hotel.
Okay.
With everything we needed for 2 weeks, and then we found a place on Coldwater Canyon in Studio City.
You didn't. Well, at least you didn't. End up in any ghettos, bro.
No,
You're a smart. You're a smart cat.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do that.
But okay, for the young comics that are out there, because I've helped a few comics, man, because I try to do what you did for me, And one time I asked him, Fabian, I asked Larry. I said, "Bro, how come you charge me?" I think it was $50 an hour, bro. I remember. And for me, that was fucking a lot, bro. And he put his, because we used to write, right? We used to write pens. He would show me like, okay, this is a premise, this is a setup, like shit that I had no clue about. And he goes, "Willie, look, if I don't charge you, I can do this for free." He tells me, right? "But if I do it for free, you're gonna take it for granted. But if I charge you, and I charge you." And I'm charging you. He goes, "Everything I say is going to be important to you." Do you remember telling me that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
He says everything I say is going to be important. So it's going to matter to you because this is your money. And sure enough, every time he would talk, I'd be there with my pen, bro. And I go, "And how you, okay," and write and everything.
No, that's really smart because it's something that happens like with the humans. When something's free, you don't take it as serious.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he became. It's like he didn't adopt me, I kind of adopted him, and he became my mentor, but unwillingly became my mentor. And then I started getting better at the craft. I started getting shows, and he would critique me. When I would get one of the critiques I would get, excuse me, he would, do you remember, bro, the ones I used to bug you?
Oh yeah.
What would you say, bro?
He keeps the F word, fuck. I go, "Man, you're funny, but
He still says it.
I know, but I cut it down 75%.
And the other,
It used to be a lot of fucks, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, way more than I do now, bro. Trust me.
God damn.
And
One time he had me count them. Go ahead, bro.
and then the word "man," he would always put the word "man" in there because that's just a bad habit, man.
Very street.
Man.
It was very street.
Yeah, very street.
And we ended up working together.
So you taught him how to write,
I taught him the basics of writing
like the
jokes,
formatting and everything.
Yeah, premise, setup, punchline, tag.
So who taught you how to write?
Nobody. I listened to so much comedy in my early years. I knew you had to have a reason. I didn't know it was called a premise, and then you had to have a setup to that. Punchline. So I knew there was 3 parts to a joke. And then later I learned there were more parts, attitude, tags, stuff like that. The way you look on stage.
So how long had you been doing comedy before?
I started
before you met my dad.
Before I met him, I'd been doing it about 10 years at least, 11 years.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he came up with some of the guys he came up with, bro.
I shared the stage with all the guys who became stars.
Well, Robert, give me some. Give me
Arsenio Hall.
Arsenio, who had a big show when you were born. His show was like would kick ass in the Tonight Show, bro.
Yeah.
And then
the ice. What's his name? Andrew Dice Clay. You know how he started out? He'd go on stage dressed like an old man.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew this.
Yeah, and he would do stupid jokes on purpose. Mm-hmm. And then after about 5 minutes, he'd point to the DJ, and the DJ would put some music on, and now he rips off all this old man shit. Now he's Andrew Dice Clay.
Okay,
cool.
like a stripper,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so he was like a stripper, like he was his own man. All of a sudden, he was a cool guy.
Yeah.
You know who Andrew Dice Clay is? You know?
Yeah, only because I saw him doing a show at the Covina over there.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see him, but I saw like his
Oh, he
flyer.
starts saying, hey, get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
yeah. But that's crazy. That's like it's like following a bad comedian. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you know, it's
Kind of makes it easy on yourself.
Letterman and Seinfeld and Robin Williams. We were all on the same stage,
Wow.
same time. But
They were all youngsters, bro.
yeah. I couldn't believe who I was in the same room with many nights.
You know what I love about you, bro, is your passion. And I've always looked at the way you do things, and I say, okay, I can follow that path, because you're still doing stand up, bro. You work a lot, and you take a break whenever you want. Travels the world, you know, and a very
I do love it, man. I do love it. You know, some of my friends and family say, "When are you gonna retire?" I ain't never retired.
I remember seeing you on a commercial recently. It was like, I think you're like a mailman.
Yeah. My mailman commercial. I got two projects coming up. One where I play a 100-year-old man who's blind, and I get murdered by a serial killer. And then I'm in another commercial coming up for expensive camera equipment. Tilta. Have you ever heard of Tilta?
Yeah, I've heard of Tilta.
Yeah, I did a commercial
That's
for
a good
them.
brand.
And,
So-
Nice.
got some things going on.
Okay, so when I was a young comic, Fabian, I did a lot of. I was a little unhinged, right?
Oh, God.
Okay, right, bro.
That's a nice word for it.
Okay,
It's crazy, man.
Okay, I did some crazy things as a young comic, and the only guy that I would ever call, or I would get a phone call, like, would be Larry, man. And it was like, I was like calling your dad, you know, because I knew what he was gonna say. I would do stupid things, right? Like punch somebody at a club, right? Or throw, just do something crazy at a club when I was a young comic. And I would call him, and he'd just be like, Willie, what's wrong with you, man? Right? Do you remember telling me things like that?
A couple
bro?
times, yeah.
And I did, and then sometimes I turned on him one time. I was sauced up,
Okay.
and I turned on him, and I was like, you know what? I'm so sick of this shit. I forget what the fuck happened, bro. And I don't know if you remember this.
I don't remember.
No. Watch. I'm gonna refresh your memory.
Okay.
And then I think I snapped on you. We were in Lake Tahoe, because this. Now I'm gonna see if I jar your memory. And I said to you, Larry, man, why do you keep forgiving me for stupid shit that I do? You know. And okay, see if this jars your memory. And I do so many stupid things, bro. I fuck up, and you still allow me to be your friend, man. You know. And see if you remember this, bro. And I said, why, bro? And you go, Willie, you want to know why? Because you remind me of my dad. Do you remember telling me this?
I've told you that before. Yeah, I know. I remember those words, but I didn't remember the situation.
No, I did many situations where I pissed you off. But you told me, why did I remind you of your dad? Do you remember?
Because of your drinking.
Oh, you're a dick. Like, what would your dad do, bro?
He wasn't a real mean drunk, but he was a grouchy drunk. Sometimes he was a grouchy drunk. Sometimes he was a funny drunk.
Okay.
So, but he loved to drink, man.
Cheers. Toast to your dad, bro.
Yeah,
if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be here.
When it was supper time, our mom would say, "Go get your dad." We'd run down to the corner bar. Dad, supper's ready.
So you had to bring him back? I'm sure it just wasn't like that, bro.
He could walk.
Come on, paint the picture, man.
He could walk.
So what would you do? You'd have to go in a bar? How old were you?
Yeah. Oh, 8, 9, 10.
8, and you'd walk into a bar?
Back then, it didn't matter.
Okay, so
We'd go hang out at the bars, shoot pool in the bars.
Okay, so no. Stay with. So you would go in the bar, and your dad be hammered, or what?
He'd be sitting at the bar talking and laughing and drinking, and we'd just pull on his arm and say, "Dad, supper's ready." He'd say, "Yeah, okay, I'll be right there." So he'd finish his beer and then he'd walk home.
Oh yeah.
It was very simple. Most of the time he wasn't falling. I never saw him falling down drunk.
Oh, that's
But
good.
he was always, drinking. Yeah, that's what I drank early in life.
You did?
From age 13 till I was 20.
You quit at 20?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. I started at 21. That's when I started. I didn't drink. Like from 13 to 20, I didn't drink, right?
Yeah.
But at 21, I said, I'm an adult now.
Oh,
It's the time to act like an adult.
That's crazy though. So what made you quit? Like when it was time to legally start drinking?
I remember that moment vividly. I was, my wife was waking me up. I go, why are you waking me up? I don't work on Saturday. She goes, I know you don't work on Saturday, but you can't sleep on the lawn.
Really? Is this a joke? Is this a joke or has this really happened?
Oh, this really happened.
So you were asleep
I was on the lawn, passed out from last night. I slept there all night. The car was on the lawn. Door was open.
Really? So you drove home like that?
I drove home drunk many times.
Holy shit! Wow.
There was no Ubers in my day.
Oh yeah, bro. Wow.
Yeah, I was crazy, stupid, man.
And you were going to college at the time, right?
No, I started college at age 21.
Oh shit!
My
You're
whole
a
life changed.
Late bloomer.
Yeah, my whole life changed at age 20.
Why? How so?
I met a Lutheran minister, and I'm not a religious guy, but this
Are you an atheist, bro?
borderline. If you ask me hardcore, do you believe in God? I'd say no. I believe in nature.
What does that mean?
It just means there was a big blast millions and billions of years ago, and everything just developed out of that big chemical blast.
What is it? The Big Bang Theory, right?
Yeah.
So you don't think that there was like, see, you know I'm not religious either, bro, but and you know how I am. We've always kind of had that same philosophy, but I'm starting to think that there's a higher power for me, bro. And I can't tell you who, what, he, she is, but I just believe there is.
The higher power is what you got inside.
You think that's it?
That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So, but anyway, the Lutheran minister.
And what did he say?
He convinced me I had some brains. See, I thought I was a big dummy up until I was 20.
What did he say?
He just said, hey, I think you should go to college. And I'm thinking, what? And then he kept talking to me, and over the course of like 3 months, got me signed up to University of Nebraska, and I'm in there, and I'm getting good grades. I go, holy shit, I'm not an idiot.
Bro, you're the opposite of me. One of my teachers at Glendale College said, hey, you know what? College is not for everybody. I swear to God, bro. I was like, fuck you, man.
And it's not.
I'm going to take another class. I failed the same class 3 times, bro. I was fucking
God.
pissed. I was
Damn.
like, fuck that. I ain't no quitter. I'm going to take this class again.
Which class was it?
That was a hard one, bro. I think it was, what is it, astronomy?
Sodomy.
Astronomy. God damn, bro. But anyways, we got to know each other, man, and then we started working the road together.
Yeah.
And that's when some weird shit happened on the road, right? You got some memories, bro, when we were on the road?
Well, I remember we went.
What?
One of my favorite stories is we did a gig up in the Bay Area, and we're driving for hours, and we're both starving, and Willie wants Mexican food. I go, let's stop anywhere. I'm starving. My blood sugar's dropping. I'm going to pass out. He says, no, I want Mexican food. So finally we find a Mexican restaurant. We go in, sit down. Oh, we both want huevos rancheros. Oh, yeah. And the owner was waiting on us. The owner of the restaurant was waiting on us. And he brings down the plates of huevos rancheros. And I'm ready to dig in. And Willie goes, wait, Larry. And he says to the owner, what are these? And the owner says, huevos rancheros. And Willie goes, these aren't huevos rancheros. I grew up in Mexico. These aren't huevos rancheros. And the owner says, well, I grew up in Mexico, and this is the way we make huevos rancheros. And Willie says, what part of Mexico? Michoacan. Well, I'm from Guadalajara or wherever.
Chihuahua.
And they're going, these 2 macho Mexicans are going back and forth, and I'm starving. I'm ready to pass out. The owner gets so angry, he picks up both plates of food, walks over to the garbage can and throws them in there. I go, oh!
And he threw us out.
He threw us out.
Get the
Get
fuck
out.
Yeah. Then we're sitting in his car, and he's like, God damn it, Willie. And then I'm sitting there all quiet. I go, and he goes, I'm starving. It's like, no, me too, bro.
Oh, my God. So we ate at Subway.
I don't know where we ended up, but
Great. That's one I'll never forget, man.
and then, do you remember the time I almost got arrested at the airport?
Oh, boy. Yeah,
Okay, so
Indianapolis. We did a comedy club all week over there. And the last night, Willie decides to party hard. So he's up pretty late. He barely wakes up so we can get to the airport. I go, we gotta hurry. We're gonna miss our flight. We gotta
And he
hurry.
was, this fucker always has early flights, like fucking 8 a.m., 7 a.m., like, you know?
It was like 11 a.m.
No, bullshit.
It wasn't that early. It might have been 9 a.m.
All
But
right.
I didn't make the flights. The damn club made the flights. Anyway, so limo picks us up. We get to the airport, and I'm rushing, and Willie's dragging. He's hungover bad. And he's dragging. He's trying to hurry, but he's stumbling. I'm going through the airport, and then he's behind me, and all of a sudden I hear, watch the fuck out. Watch where you're fucking going. You watch where you're fucking going. I turn around. He's arguing with some little dude. They bumped into each other. So he just continues walking. We get to the gate, and we're sitting there waiting to board. All of a sudden, we're surrounded by like 6 federal agents.
The guy was a federal agent.
The guy was a federal
I didn't
agent.
know that.
Oh, my God. And they go, what do you got in those cases? Open them up. So now they're searching our luggage. And all the people are watching us. And I go, oh. And Willie was going to hit the guy. I go, don't even think about it, man. Don't even. I'm not
He
going
was
to
provoking
jail,
me,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
He was provoking
He
me.
was.
He was getting in my face, and I was like, he wanted me to take a swing, bro.
Yeah, he
and I was
did.
like, fucking, you know, you like had little voices talk to you, like, fucking, don't do it, Willie, don't do it,
I could see it in your eyes. You wanted to hit him, man.
bro.
Thank goodness you didn't, and they didn't find any drugs or anything in our suitcases. So they had to leave unhappy.
Everything was yes sir, no sir, yes sir, no sir, and then it took out all my stuff. It took out all my stuff right there in front of everybody. I'm like, what a dick, man.
Oh my God, man, that was crazy moment, man.
But hey, brother, can I tell you? I'm gonna say something about Larry. A lot of people don't know this about Larry, but Larry, listen, you're undercover lover, bro. This guy has ladies, bro. Right? Yeah, ladies, bro.
Yeah,
like you wouldn't expect this guy to be like that, but once I got to know him, and he would go out with these. I always had like we'd be on the road, or like I said, once he let me into his circle. You know, he let me be part of his circle, and then he would bring his girlfriends to the clubs, man. But I was like, this guy, what? Come on, bro. You have a really smooth. You're a smooth talker, bro.
Well, I wasn't born that way, but the reason, one of the reasons is because I married the first woman I ever kissed.
What?
Yeah.
Like the first woman you ever kissed? Well, how old were you the first time?
Well, I met her in 5th grade.
You kissed her?
I didn't kiss her then. I watched her for 5 years, so we were in high school. Finally dated her, and in 10th grade, and then we got married as soon as we were seniors after we graduated. And we were together for 17, 18 years. So once I got divorced, it was like, oh, I got to make up for lost time, man. And so, had to experiment.
So you were married, you were with the same woman. You think, is that what made you be a better talker with the opposite sex?
I don't know.
Because, bro, the thing about you is, I've seen you work back in the day, bro.
Yeah, I know.
This guy is fearless. You know what I mean? You would think it's fucking Brad Pitt. The confidence he has, he has Brad Pitt confidence, bro. Like, he'll walk up to women and just like, hey, what are you drinking? It looks like a tasty drink, like just.
I just learned over the years. I learned from other guys by watching and reading.
Watching and reading. All right, give me what is one of the books you read, bro?
I don't even remember the name.
Or more or less, give me a rough idea of the title.
All I know is that women like a guy who's confident.
Oh, really?
And if you approach him hesitantly,
I'm the one that I suck.
yeah.
I got no confidence, bro.
I know. I noticed that about you. You need alcohol to feel strong.
It's not true.
Whereas I didn't need the alcohol. I just used, my brain and the words that came out, and I just learned how to. I can talk to any woman anywhere, and anytime. And I do a lot of times just to.
But
be nice.
But listen. You got 2 youngsters right here. Isn't that kind of every guy? You drink a little at a club, and loosen up? Like, what's
Yeah,
up, baby?
most
Am I right or
girls,
wrong? Am I right or wrong, Fabian?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean,
I mean, you know,
I think it's the environment that you're in. But I think if you want to pick up on girls, like other than, a club, you know what I mean? Is
you got to have the
Right?
rap. You got to be confident.
Yeah.
'cause I
I
didn't.
mean,
like,
and then I'm sure you don't want to really meet your wife at a club either,
No.
you know. So
you don't want to meet him in
Yeah.
a drunken situation.
oh, that's fucked up, bro. Why you talking about my chick like that? You're a dick. Love you, baby. Hey, it wasn't a real club. They had a DJ, and it was like really, it wasn't like a real bar. Why you hating on my love, bro?
I didn't think about that when I said it.
There's always the exception. There's always the exception. She's the exception.
Why you hating on my
Yeah,
girl,
yeah,
bro?
No, it's like
Well, yeah, it depends what club too.
and when like
Shut up, dick. Like the way you trying to save that, dick.
no, it's like I don't know. It's just I'm glad I got.
Okay, what's the book you read? I hate how you pussy out of stuff, bro. Come on, give me a rough, give me like, if you know the exact title, bro, there's a more or less, was it like How to Pick Up Chicks? How to Talk to Women?
I probably read a book with that title.
Okay.
I might have gotten one or two ideas out of it, and then I'd read another one, and then I'd go online and research.
Hey,
And
This guy became a fucking killer with this, bro.
I've heard of
He's
one
an assassin.
Hey, I've heard of one book. It's called The Art of Seduction. You heard of that one?
probably, I think I read that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I picked it up, and I had to put it down, man. It just felt too fucking
Like you're mind controlling people.
too. It felt evil. I felt like I was tapping into some darkness.
There might be some darkness. I don't know, man.
Okay,
It's-
what do you know about the opposite sex, bro?
I-
Like if you had to give a guy out there right now, let's say there's a guy out there doesn't have confidence, zero confidence, and just wants 3 tips on how to talk to women.
just know that most, not all, most women have a real insecurity. There's still a little girl inside.
Really?
Yeah.
That's me though. I'm insecure. There's a little guy inside. There's a little Willie inside. I'm looking. Are you that man? All right. What else?
And they want to feel they're with a man who's strong and can protect them.
But that's not you.
I know.
So you can project that
Oh,
character.
I got a good joke out of what one woman told me. She goes, Larry, I feel so safe when I'm with you. In my mind, I'm thinking, shit, if shit breaks out, I'm running. I'm
so
no Navy SEAL.
if you don't, so fake it, even if you don't know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 2. What's 3?
Gosh, I don't even think about these things. They just come out naturally now.
Okay, the one if there's, tell me how you feel about this tip.
All right.
Therefore, I heard that women enjoy talking about themselves. So,
Yeah.
So if you ask a question, always have follow-ups to their questions. Like if you say something like, "Oh, so what do you do?" Right? And they say like, I work with animals, right? And you go, "Oh, really? What kind of animals?" And then they tell you the animals. "Oh, do you get close to the animals?" And now they keep going and going and going. "Oh, wow, it must be great. Who else works with you?" So it's still about them, see? Yeah. And so if the story becomes about them, and even if they're talking the whole time and all you asked was like 6 questions, after the conversation's over, they think, "Oh my God, I love this guy. We have such great chemistry." Yeah. But the truth is, you just ask some questions.
That's true. And then that's one. And I'll give you one more.
Go ahead.
Because like Larry said, like girls love a guy who's confident, but they also love vulnerability. Like if you
vulnerability. I'm a vulnerable fucking guy.
Yeah, no. If like, but it's like if you share something that like you say like, "Oh, I've never told this to any girl before," right? And you bring some emotion out, because girls, they have like a natural
mothering instinct,
motheringness that they want to like help you.
God damn, bro. Whose son are you?
But
yeah, that's true.
That's one of the things I read in the book. I was like, this book's too powerful. I gotta put it down.
See, that's where seeming like I'm gay helps me.
Well, seeming like you're gay? Why is that? Why
women find me
like non-threatening.
Non-threatening, yeah.
Okay, I get it. There was a movie like that about, it wasn't Kevin. What's the guy with Queen of whatever? Kevin, what was his name?
White or black?
comedian, white guy, big fat white guy.
Oh yeah.
Kevin what?
It was called
King of Queens.
Yeah, King of Queens started.
Kevin
that
James.
Yeah.
Kevin James and Will
And
Smith did a
Will
movie
Smith.
where they play gay
Hitch.
guys.
It was called Hitch.
Yeah, and they went
Yeah.
looking for chicks on a boat trip, acting like gay dudes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know, man. There must be some facts, man. But all right, Larry, look, bro. So we've known each other for a long time, and I think in 2004, around 2004, 2005, I was offered to do radio in Sacramento to be the morning guy, right? And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna go to Sacramento. And then they told me, but I could fly back every weekend. You know, you guys are little, man. I think you were like 5 or 6.
Yeah, I was 7. I was 7
7?
already,
Okay,
yeah,
you were
yeah.
7. So I was like, all right, then I would do, but I told the producer, is there anything? The producer asked me from Sacramento. He goes, is anything that you want that we can help you so you can make it comfortable for you here? And I said, can I hire my own producer? And they, who, you know? And then I said, this guy named Larry Omaha. And he goes, Larry Omaha, has he ever done radio before? I said, no, but he's a smart guy. He'll figure this shit out quick. So I think, did you meet him first or they just hired you?
No, you just brought me in, man.
Yeah, so, bro, when my first day of radio, those radio guys have their own little clique, their own little world.
Right.
Like, that's their life. You know what I mean? They're not actors, they're not singers. They're just radio, bro, right? And no disrespect to you radio guys, but any monkey could do it, all right? It's fucking the easiest job in the world, bro. And they try to make it seem as that it's harder than it is, you know? Like being on the radio just talking trash. Like, come on, man, you know? So they hire me, and they offered me some good cash, you know, to do it. And they knew I didn't know have any radio experience, and so I wanted to bring my own producer because that way he can live with me, you know, and I don't have to be alone in the city that I don't fucking know anybody. And I said, Larry, I hired you as a producer, or would you do it? I said, do you want to do it? And then you told me what kind of money you wanted, so we had to negotiate Larry's money so he could be comfortable. And so we did it in a way where he was comfortable. And I made it everything as like, cause I just, you know, if I was gonna have somebody, I wanted to hang out, you know, with somebody I knew, a kind of a big brother, mentor, you know. And Larry's like, all right, let's do it. And how did you learn to be a producer for radio, bro? Like, cause you didn't know shit. You're a stand-up comedian like me. I didn't know shit about radio. Do you remember our first day, bro?
Yeah, I do
Our
remember
first
the
day, there was like 5 radio jocks waiting like around. We didn't know at the time, but they were all lingering around because they were waiting for me to eat a dick.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes,
they
I
were
do.
waiting for me to bomb. Like if I was gonna be like, hello everybody, you know. So they were waiting for me to suck. Like my boss is there. And I was like, what are all these motherfuckers doing here? So they were waiting for me to suck, and then my boss comes in and goes, hey bro, you know, maybe I made a mistake. Hey Dave, get him from, or Joe, or Tony, you know, whatever.
So were these guys that were already working there that
Yeah.
you had waiting on the side?
Yeah, you know, like, you know, hey Fred, get in there for
Yeah,
Willie.
yeah.
So I remember I was done with we would take breaks and I'd go outside and I'd see these guys and I'd ask my Byron. I asked Byron, who's that guy? Oh yeah, he's the jock from the afternoon. Oh, who's that guy? Oh, he's a jock from midnight. Oh, who's that guy? He's a jock from. What the fuck they doing here? You know, it's fucking 6 in the morning. Fucking go home. And then later on, I found out they were there because they were ready to replace me. You know, like they hated the fact that this guy that never done radio, no experience, comes in to do radio, and you know, and it's called the Willie Barcena Show. In the morning, and then because this guy's a producer, don't know dick about radio either, and
because morning radio is the hot spot.
Yeah,
You're
that's where the
morning
money's
guy.
at.
Yeah.
And man, long story short, Did you know I've talked to Byron, bro, and his radio people? To this day, they haven't broken our records, like for number of.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah, we would kill.
I'm a hell of a producer.
Yeah, so
I got more ladies than ever when I was on the radio.
Bro, this guy would use radio to get chicks. How did you do it, bro?
So,
I was the fucking star of the show.
Didn't matter, man. So like I'd be in the supermarket or at Starbucks anywhere, and I'd go up to a lady and say, "Hey, don't you work in the office up in the Allen Building?" Because I'm in the Allen Building. I'm on the radio. I'm on the Kiss FM radio, and they'd go, "Oh, you're on radio?" And so then we'd start the conversation, and next thing you know,
what a dirty dog.
next thing you know, we're having coffee, and you know what happens next.
This,
You know what happens after coffee.
this guy's king of coffee dates. Like, you know how other guys take out for dinner or for drinks? This guy does coffee, bro.
No dinners, it's coffee.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna say cheap, bro, but you are a little frugal.
There's good reason, man.
He's not as bad as my old friend, but he's up there, man. This guy
I
will.
don't let women take advantage of me, but once I like them, I spend money on them.
yeah,
But-
coffee's.
Coffee
It's,
dates are the best.
I think it puts you in
You're
your own like
comfortable,
little
relax.
category. You know what I mean? Because I think everybody wants to go for drinks.
Yeah.
Not a lot of guys want to go for coffee. So
Yeah.
I can see that. Hey, but so how did you, how did you learn to be a producer like on the first day?
Just watching the other guys and asking Byron questions, and then just
that was our program director.
and you know,
Byron.
hit and miss, man. I missed a lot because we try to get some interesting things, interesting people invited on the show once in a while. We'd get a comedian who was going to be at the punchline. That was easy, but then we try to get other people also. And,
It was all about interesting guests, you know. People that bring something to
Yeah.
to the interview, you know.
Yeah.
But bro, we would have to get up at 4 a.m. Could you imagine me?
he doesn't get up at 4 in the morning. I got up at 4 in the morning.
Okay.
So then he says, "Wake me up just as you're going out the door."
And tell him how I would wake up, bro.
So-
at first.
Yeah, at first I tried to wait. I go in his bedroom, I'd shake him, and he'd jump up and start swinging.
I don't know why, bro. You wake me up like
No, dude, I remember when I had to wake him up to take me to school, I would always like, you already knew, I would have to poke him and then like take like 2 steps back.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
right, bro.
Because
Why is that?
he fucking wakes up. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, man, you know, it's my
Take me-
shitty childhood, bro. That's just my mom used to wake me up, fucking me up, that bitch.
So
God
when I realized I couldn't wake him up that way, or I'd get punched, I would open his bedroom door. I'd say, "Willie, it's time to get up," and I'd throw his shoe at him.
He would throw a shoe at me, bro.
Every
This fucking
morning.
dick. Oh, it was the hardest thing to do, man.
And then just drag into the.
And then he would drive to the radio, to the studio. We only lived like 8 blocks away. But I remember being asleep. I'd fall asleep in the car and he'd wake me. We're here. And, all right. And then the other guy who
D'Lo.
was D'Lo, who was like what would you call him?
He was the button man. He
The
handled all
board
buttons.
guy and also
Yeah.
assistant, you know?
Okay.
And he was all into radio, bro. That guy loved radio. Radio was in his blood.
Yeah.
We didn't give a fuck, man.
Yeah.
We were just there trying to do something different, you know? Like, all right, that sounds like fun. Something like, if you fire me, we don't give a fuck. We'll go back there doing our stand-up, right?
Well, and the interesting thing is, you and I had been talking about doing radio for 10 years.
Yeah.
Before
and then-
that?
Yeah, we didn't know how we were going to do it, but we were always looking for opportunities, and finally one just popped up.
Yeah.
So you guys put it out there
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, we put it out in the universe, and we got it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, okay, the one story I remember is they hired, I think she was in Sacramento, bro. This lady was extremely gorgeous.
I know what you mean, yeah.
This lady was, I mean, she looked,
She was a 10. Yeah.
she was a 10, bro. Like, if you looked at her, she looked like she just walked from a magazine in front of you.
Who?
She worked for the radio station.
And you.
She was gonna be my co-host.
Oh, okay.
She wanted to get into radio, and she thought, and then they thought, well, let's make her a co-host with Willie.
Okay.
You know?
And so when was it up to you to hire her or not? Like once you saw her, you're like, yeah.
No, if we had
She's in.
chemistry, I could probably fight for her, right? like, cause it was my show.
Okay.
So I could go to bat for her.
Right.
So she gets there, and like always, I was tired. I was sleepy because I'm nocturnal. I have insomnia. Can't sleep. But I literally would finally start closing my eyes, bro, like 3:45. Right, bro.
Yeah.
So at fucking 4:15, this fucker's waking me up. So I only had a half hour sleep, and because I could never sleep, man. And so I go, and then we have say Becky. I don't remember the young girl's name. Nothing bad about her. She's a sweet lady, young girl. She's probably only like 22 years old, bro. 21 years old. Super smoking hot. And they're like, Willie, this is Becky, right? Let's just use that name. This is Becky. She really loves radio. She went to college. She knows this, and that. And I said, awesome. Hey, Becky, nice to meet you. Yeah. And then we started the show, right? And then I farted, right? We went to commercial, and I went up to my leg. I was half asleep, bro, so I just farted. I'd been drinking that night, bro. So I had a fucking beer fart, So they're nasty.
Fucking mud butt.
Yeah, so, right? And I remember putting my head back, right? Because I would close my eyes. They would have to, you guys would have to wake me up?
Yeah.
They would have to wake me up during breaks, bro. Right? They'd go, Willie, we're back. Willie, we're back. And I'd be like, hey, Sacramento, man. So I remember in between the commercials, I farted.
So did you fart not realizing that she was right next to you?
I didn't really give a shit, bro. Honestly,
He never cared about
I
that.
didn't care, bro. I don't care if there was a gas. There could have been a doctor in there. I don't give a fuck, bro.
I witnessed him do that on another occasion in front of a woman. He didn't care.
I didn't care, bro. I don't give a fuck.
So what happened?
So then I remember farting, and I was going back to sleep, right? And then I open my eyes. I come back from break, right? And then Larry comes in, and then Byron comes in, and they're all looking at me, and I'm like, hey, where's that girl? And they're like, Willie, she quit. She quit one day, bro. And I'm like, why did she quit? She said, you're disgusting. She can't work.
God.
She said she wanted to throw up. You're disgusting. Oh, bro. Because you got to remember, bro, I was hungover. I'm throwing up next to a trash can, and I'm farting. I don't blame her. Who the fuck wants to work with someone like that? But I'm not a morning guy, man. Fuck you guys. Yeah, man. And I wasn't going to do what all the comedians were doing or morning jogs. They're all getting coked out, bro. Honestly.
Yeah.
So all you morning guys, like, mad love. But you guys, let's tell the truth, man. Like 80% of you guys are all coked out. And I never wanted to fucking cheat, I just wanted to be me. So yeah, I was half asleep, but that's, it is what it is. And
another thing I remember about Sacramento, when we first got to Sacramento, there was one guy at the radio station who dressed real nice.
oh yeah, I forget his name, man.
One day, Justin.
Justin! Hey, Justin, what's up, bro? he was like the sales guy.
Yeah.
The one that would sell commercials for the radio.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was always all fucking Armani out and shit.
So one day he says, Willie, you should buy some clothes. I'll take you to Nordstrom's. I'll show you.
You need nicer clothes, he says.
Yeah.
He says,
okay.
you got a reputation, Willie.
Yeah.
So I was never really into Nordstrom's, right?
Like he's talking to you for the morning or just for
No, just,
going out?
Just for going out.
Going out,
okay.
because we started, hanging out a little bit.
Yeah, whenever we
For
perform.
stage, too.
Yeah, okay.
So one day Willie comes back. Hey, Larry, I just came from Nordstrom's, man. I got these nice shirts, $120 for these shirts. Look at these shirts. Like,
No,
yeah,
okay. They were like, they were like 100 something.
Wait, was that when you're going through your Ed Hardy phase?
Maybe it could have been, bro. But I was wearing these shirts, these long sleeve shirts. Okay, they were like 100 something. Back then, it was a lot of money, bro.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was like $100 something shirts, and then I would get them tailored, right?
Yeah.
So now we're talking about almost $100, $200, right? So I felt like I was fucking all cool in my fucking cool shirts. And then me and Larry did a show, did a couple shows together on the road, right?
Yeah.
Because remember, we had weekends off. So I remember doing a couple shows. Anyways, go ahead, bro. Tell them what happened.
So I always buy my clothes at Ross Dress for Less.
He's a king of Ross.
Yeah.
You're not really a Ross
yeah.
guy anymore, bro. I think you.
Well, I don't.
you still?
Not as much as I used to. But I always bought, for years, all I shopped at was Ross. Because they had name brands at discount prices. I'm not going to pay full price.
He's a frugal fucker.
I ain't paying full price.
See, he never, bro. Bro, you got a little Jewish in you, bro.
So
Come on,
all
bro.
the other comics used to make fun of me because I shop at Ross dressed for less. I didn't care. I look good. Fast forward, he has his $120 shirts. I got my $15 shirt. We do a show on the road, and afterwards we're shaking hands with everybody that's leaving the show. And 7, 8 women come up to me. They go, "Wow, that's really a nice shirt. You look so good on stage." And Willie's standing next to me, and they're not complimenting his shirt.
I was getting mad, bro. What the fuck? I was like,
so we're all done. So everybody's gone, and I go, "Willie," he goes, "Fuck. You got your $15 shirts. I heard you get all those compliments. No one said shit about my shirt. I paid $150 for a shirt."
I did get pissed.
So then
I was a little jealous, bro. I was, bro. Can you imagine, bro? Your shirt was on $200 after it's tailored. You got a fucking cheap ass shirt, and everybody's like, "It's a nice shirt." I was like, "The fuck?"
And you know why? Because you can't buy class.
Oh, what a dick. This motherfucker used that joke 20 years ago. Fucking couldn't wait. You son.
Funny. I've been waiting 20 years for you to have a podcast.
He's used this joke on me, bro, like 100 times, man. And the whole time I know he's sitting there going, "Fuck, I'm gonna throw it in right now. I'm gonna throw it in." Fucking Larry,
Here it comes,
bro.
here it comes.
What a
man.
dick.
Oh, but basically Willie's he loves people, right? You love people.
I love good people. I love if you have good energy or good vibe.
of course,
I'll vibe,
And you don't like to be alone. You like to have people around you.
I know where you're getting. I know you're getting that. You're a dick. Okay, we're roommates. Okay, as roommates, the cool thing about when we were roommates is the apartment.
Yeah.
And this, I know why he liked it, because I knew how this fucker, he's very picky. It was upstairs, downstairs. So he had his upstairs. His room.
No, I remember. I went to go visit once. Yeah. It had the little staircase.
And the
squirrel. Yeah.
And then he had his own restroom, his own shower.
Yeah.
So he had his own place upstairs. And I know how picky he is. And this fucker gave me rules, man. And he goes, "All right, if we're gonna be roommates, no dirty dishes." Remember that shit?
Right, yeah.
No dirty dishes, and always pick up after yourself. I swear to God, Willie, if you have to pick up after you, I'm leaving. This is how he would be, bro. So I always make sure I had to wash the dishes, and to this day I have paper plates, bro. Because I hate washing dishes. But at the time I couldn't figure it out that I should have paper plates. But I was always had to wash them every fucking day after I ate. I had to wash my dishes. I was like, "Fuck, is this bullshit?" And and then the one thing like he didn't like about me. Anyways, bro, go.
Yeah, so he was downstairs with his bathroom. I was upstairs with my bathroom. But I found out after a couple
For
of
my
months.
bathroom, if you open the door, you can see the living room and the kitchen.
Yeah. So he hates being alone. So whenever he would leave the bathroom door wide
I
open.
hated being alone, bro. I live alone now. I hated being alone. I was used to having a family, bro. I was used to having you guys around, the old lady, right? So now I'm by myself. I was like, "Fuck is this, man?"
Do you leave your bathroom door open?
I always did.
Yeah, and he talked to me while he was taking a dump. Leaving his bathroom
He
door.
hated that.
I hated that because the smell's coming out. Close your fucking door.
Bro, I was sitting there like taking a dump going, "Hey, so it was a good radio show today, right, bro?"
And no mercy flush. No mercy
Oh,
flush.
yeah, no. I would do it because you told me, bro. I didn't know about mercy flushes until you told me.
Oh, my God.
But, anyway, man. Hey,
was-
bro. Good times, bro. Hey, do you remember when that other lady assistant quit on me? Do you remember why? Don't say her name, because we're not saying her
I know what
name.
you mean, yeah.
Do you
I
remember
don't know why. I don't know why
Because
she quit.
she had a deal with,
Another station?
no, she had a deal with that. What's the one that you lose weight?
Oh.
The lap band?
Yeah.
Weight Watchers.
Oh, okay.
And they were paying her a lot of money. They're paying her money to lose weight. And she would have to say, "Hey, I just want to thank Weight Watchers. I lost 20 pounds this week." Remember? And I was like, she was like, hey, I think this is like the second month. I couldn't take it anymore, right? She goes, hey, everybody. Because she had a beautiful voice, bro.
Yeah.
She had a like, if you listen to her voice, she sounded like a smoking hot chick, right? So she goes, hey, and she's a sweetheart. By the way, baby, you're a sweetheart. We got along. I'm sorry. I was younger, dumber. I'm not as dumb now. So, anyways, she goes, yeah, I just want to thank Weight Watchers because I'm on my 3rd month of Weight Watchers and I lost 24 pounds, right? And I go, we're on the air. And I go, no, you haven't. And she goes, what? I go, you haven't lost a pound since you've done this. Why are we lying? Why are we lying to people? Why don't you tell people the truth? Tell me you're having a hard time with your weight, man. That way we get to know. Why don't we bring a therapist in here and talk about why you're having problems with your weight? and anyways, man, great episode. Got great ratings. But she quit.
Oh, remember you had that reminded me. You had that psychic guy, Psychic Edward.
What did I? Yeah, we said Psychic Edward.
Yeah, he was the big guy.
No, big guy.
You don't remember him, do you?
No, it wasn't Was it a psychic?
Yeah.
Or
and people would call in and he would give them advice based on the psychic waves.
And what happened? Did I ever do anything?
He was gay.
Okay, all right. It was like Jerry Seinfeld said.
Nothing
wrong with that.
But we always had
so what would I do, bro? To be honest, bro.
You never did anything bad.
Okay.
But did you always had this quirky smile on your face when you introduced him?
He was very feminine.
Yeah.
Very feminine.
He was a sweet guy, though.
He was a nice guy, but I always had like these underlines.
Yeah,
you know, right?
Yes.
Like he would say, "I feel something," and I go, "I'm sure you do, bro." And he'd go like, "What?" Like he wouldn't get it, you know. He'd go, "What do you mean?" He'd go, "No, nothing. Go ahead, bro." So,
like on air.
Yeah. And then he would say things like, something's touching me right now, right? He would do things like that. I said, I'm sure a lot of things touch you, bro. And I would be the only one laughing, you know, because he would.
And D'Lo couldn't laugh.
D'Lo, the guy who was my co-host, hated me, man.
Yeah.
He hated me because I felt like he felt that I disrespected the art of morning DJ.
Yeah.
You know? Morning DJ's gotta have some integrity, you know? And I didn't give a fuck, bro. I was farting, throwing up, fucking barely making it through the whole. And do you remember they tried to fire me like 3 times, bro?
No.
No, oh, I never told you because I don't want you to leave. but they tried to fire me, bro. And I remember Byron would have me in his office, and he would go, Willie, listen, man, I just want to let you know that, you know, we did our best, man, and you know, you really gave it all you had, and we love you here. And then the ratings would come in like a week later, and then they take me out to dinner and give me a $10,000. I always got a $10,000 raise, bro, a month. I remember this. My raises were always $10,000. Willie, we're gonna give you another $10,000. I was like, I was all fucking sleepy all the time. Sounds great. It's amazing.
Yeah, that was fun times, man.
But hey, listen, bro, I just want to say I love you. We've had some great, you know, and you, man, Larry, you mean the world to me, bro. When everybody, and I mean everybody, turned their back on me, you I could honestly say you're one of maybe 2 or 3 people that didn't, and you're always there for me, bro. When I was at my lowest, bro, you always made me feel that I could keep going. And your words of wisdom, man. And I just want to tell everybody that you basically saved my life, bro. I was in some really dark spots, but because of how you were with me, bro, and how you talked to me, and it's why I have such respect. Every special that I have, the Netflix, that Showtime, Comedy Central, even that little cassette one my first one I ever did, every special I've ever done, if you look at the credits, there's always Larry. It always says, "Thank you, Larry Omaha, for teaching me comedy," and you know that, bro.
Yeah, I know.
And my
I
Tonight
appreciate it.
shows, I always try to. He works on the road a lot, but when he could be there, he was there with
Yeah.
me. And I told him, as a matter of fact, I needed a joke for my first Tonight Show. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
I needed a joke because they called me like 2 weeks before my first Tonight Show. They go, "We don't like the fourth joke." You know, that was how it worked. And because it was very structured, man. You know, you're actually doing corporate comedy. It's not freestyle, you know, suck my dick comedy. It's fucking corporate, bro. You're fucking performing for fucking McDonald's and Pepsi. That's really what you're doing when you're doing fucking network.
Yeah.
And they didn't like my third joke or something, and they literally, I saw that because you would send in your jokes, right? And then you would actually send the video. So they said, "Oh, Willie, we don't like your third joke." And I was like, fuck, I can't come up with another good one because I couldn't, at the time, I didn't understand writing as well as I do it now. And I called Larry. Larry had a really nice joke. And I asked Larry, "Can I buy it from you? Can I buy it from you?" He goes, "No, Willie." He goes, "That's my closer. You know, it's one of my hits." And I remember I go, and I knew it was valuable to him, right? And I said, and he hadn't done it on TV yet. And I go, "I'll give you $500 for it." You remember selling it to me for $500? He sold it to me for $500, and then I did it on the Tonight Show, my first one. So I love you, brother. I
know
want to
you
say
do,
thank
man.
you, man. I love you. You're the world to me. And the one thing I'll tell you, we worked the road together. This is one of the last stories. This fucker, man. I wasn't too familiar with the gay world, gay lesbian world, right? So this fucker tells me, "Hey, Willie, we're working the Midwest," and he goes, "I want you to be my daughter." I go, "Oh, that's cool." So we're driving. We had a gig, but he goes, but it was near where his daughter lives, right? So I go there. You gotta remember, bro, I'm younger than you, bro. And I just sit there, I want to meet his daughter, right? Probably gonna meet her boyfriend or her husband. And then he knocks on the door, and this fucking butchy lesbian comes out, bro. She has a tool belt with a hammer and all kinds of shit. He's like, "What's up?" Right? I'm like, and I'm just quiet, you know. I'm like, "Oh," and then he says, "Can you call my daughter?" Right? And she goes, "Yeah, she'll be right down." And his daughter comes down, and she's like a girly girl, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm just quiet, bro. I ain't saying shit. And he's like, "This is Willie, you know, his friend of mine." I'm like, "Hi, nice to meet you." Like, I think that's all I said to both of them. "Nice to meet you." And just quiet the whole time, bro. And then there are these talking, and I'm being me, you know, which I'm very awkward. You know that, right? So I'm super awkward now, right? I'm like, in my head, I'm going, "Holy shit, his daughter's a lesbian." So we get, I don't say shit. What,
So then he doesn't say anything, and then we leave, and we get in the car, and he goes, "Larry," and I knew what he was going to say next. I go, "Yes, she's gay," and that's her wife. And he goes, "Fuck, man," and it doesn't bother you?
Hey, I was younger. I was
know you
younger.
were younger.
I didn't know. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
I was only like 23. People, leave me alone. 24 years old, all right?
I think right after that, you start doing a joke about if your son is gay.
Oh, I did the right. Yeah. I started going. But, anyways, brother. By the way, I love to LGBTQ. You
We
know,
love you, man.
You know,
We love you.
yeah. It's, hey, I live and learn, man. Hey, brother. You want to tell people where to find you, bro?
You can find me at a coffee date at Starbucks. At the corner of, What's today? I've got the week off.
No, your social media, bro.
Social media.
Tell them how to find you there.
Larry Omaha on Facebook, Larry Omaha Instagram, Larry Omaha TikTok.
And by the way, he works with Gordito a lot. He works with Fluffy,
Oh, okay.
right?
I toured with him for a couple of years. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty heavy.
every now and then he
Yeah.
he gives you calls, right?
Yeah, he'll still call me and give me a week with him now and then. Yeah, it's a good experience. A lot of fun.
No, we all started to get one. You were already ahead of us, bro. But a lot of us did that room in Montebello. Right?
God, yeah.
And he was one of them that would always support and come by. That was a tough room, huh, bro?
Yeah. If you could get laughs there, you could get laughs anywhere.
Yeah, that was a hard room to do. And everybody was there. Felipe, Edwin San Juan. I brought Chris Tucker there. I actually brought Marlon. No, Sean. I brought Sean Wayans there one time. Yeah, back in the day, bro. So many guys went through there. And anyways, for me, hey, how can they find me and what am I doing, Fabian? Tell them, bro.
All right, so we're going to be at Kansas City, Missouri, July 25th through the 27th.
That's this week.
That's this week, yep. 5 shows.
At what's the name of the comedy club?
The Comedy Club of Kansas City.
Oh, cool.
And then August 1st, Glendale, Arizona at the Stir Crazy Comedy Club. And August 3rd at Casa Grande, Arizona at Su Casa Grande. I think it's like a bar or a restaurant.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, man. I've never heard of too many people performing in Casa Grande, Arizona. Have you ever performed there, bro?
Never heard of it.
And you've never heard of it? I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to meeting some down-to-earth people. When you do those small towns, bro, and I think you know this, it has the most like grassroots type of people,
right?
And they really appreciate you. Not that the big cities don't, but there's this extra love you get.
Right.
Would you agree, bro?
Small towns,
man.
When you come in.
So mad love, you guys. Fabian. By the way, we had a real successful party night.
Hell yeah.
At Cities in East LA. I want to thank everybody who came out and hung out with us, man. We're gonna do it again probably in a month.
Yeah, a month. Yeah.
And Angel, thank you, bro. You I know you work the camera like a beast, man.
Yo.
And I want to give a shout out to your brother Renee. I want that. Thank you, Renee, for helping us out with that. And we're gonna do another one in about 4 or 5 weeks, bro.
Yeah, and then people are asking for different cities to bring it out. Like I saw even Hawaii was asking for it.
Really?
So,
All right,
yeah.
listen. Anybody out there, man, whether it's Hawaii, whether it's wherever it is, man, we'll do a party in your city. And if you hit us up and you really, really want us there, hit us up. Hit us up on my Instagram or my TikTok or my Facebook, right, bro?
Yep.
And then what my handles are at Willie Barcena. It's very simple. And then get my merch, guys. I got a lot of cool merch. Look, man, it's Willie Barcena's drop-in for the beer. And these are, you can use these over and over. They're not throwaways. Hard-ass plastic, like a hard hat. And then there's whiskey glasses, which I use for good tequila. And there's Willie Barcena's drop-in. And we got a bunch of merch. All right, you guys. Love you guys. And always thank you for having us.